I'm going to show you guys how to charge the Aiper Cordless Robotic Pool Cleaner. It's called the Seagull SE, all right? So if you look at it, it's pretty sleek. It looks like a rocket ship, looks like a spaceship from Mars. If you flip it over on its back, you're going to see that there's a spot to plug your cord in. I'm going to go ahead and grab that system right here. So if you look on here, you see how there's a little channel there? So you have to meet that channel with this. So when I go to put it in, I want to keep it with the channel here, and there's the channel there. And I'm going to slide it right in there like that, bam. And then all I've got to do is plug it into a 110. So let's just go ahead and plug her in here. Bam, done. Now if I flip it over, you're going to see that these lights are going to blink. When those lights are a solid blue, then the thing is charged up. It says not to leave it on its back, upside down, because you could injure this, but that's kind of crazy. This right here is being pushed in really hard. So if you want to set it on something like this so the cord doesn't get smushed, you could. But that's how you do it. This is how you charge it. We're plugged into the 110. We're plugged in under here. And now all we got to do is wait for this to go solid blue, and we're ready to throw her in the pool. We let this sit here for a couple hours, and it probably had a little bit of a charge when it came from the factory. But as you can see, we're fully blue, ready to go. So now all we've got to do is just lift her up, and we're just going to come back here, pop this out, unplug it from the socket, and now this bad boy is ready to go in the pool. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is submerge this completely in water, right here. Get it all the way down in there. Just going to set her right there for now. And then to start it, what I've got to do is, this is the on button right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press it down and hold it. And then I've got 30 seconds before the machine starts. So then I'm going to hook it, and then I'm going to put it over here in the other part of the pool. So let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. I'm going to press it and hold it. Then I'm going to let go. All right. Now you're going to start to see it move. And when it does, I'm going to hook it like this. I'm going to bring it over here, set it down, and then to let her go. Yeah, how's that grabbing? We're going to come back in about 90 minutes and see how clean the pool is. Give you guys a chance to see how it works. So basically it's kind of like a Roomba, and it's just going to go over the whole pool, hopefully. And it uses the propulsion of the water, so it's sucking water up through these two ports on the bottom, and it's pushing it out, and that's what gives it its motion. And it's just going to go all the way, all the way around the pool. I guess it has a certain type of program that it runs, and it just tries to get, within 90 minutes the whole pool. And then I'll show you guys how we get it out and how we clean it. All right, so it did a pretty good job, not bad. It could have done better. But now we got to get it out of there, so I'm going to show you how we do that. Okay, so I've got to get her out of the water. Stop. So I'm using my pool skimmer pole with the hook on the end of it, and I'm just going to slip it down in there. And what I got to do is catch that handle on the back. I'm just going to hook it, and then I'm going to pull it up. And when I get it to the top, I got to get it to drain. So you want to kind of get this thing out of there fast, because when it turns, some of the debris will fall out of those ports. So I'm going to go ahead and just set her right down on the patio there and let the rest of the water leak out, and then we're going to clean it. I brought her over here in the pool area because that's where I've got my hose, and I'm going to show you guys how to clean this thing out. Anyway, I need to pop the sides. I'm going to pull up here and pull up on this one. So we just kind of pull this, pull that one, then we got to pop the front like that, and then it should just lift off. There we go. Then we can set it down. And then you can get a better idea of how much dirt is inside of here. Now there's going to be water in there too. Here's our filter. You can see that there's, there's dirt in it. And then you can look in here. Let me set that here and check it out. So yeah, it pulled a bunch of leaves out of there, didn't it? That's not too bad. Did kind of a good job, for what we needed. So to clean it, what I'm going to do is just get my little hose here. Okay, so We'll just go ahead and clean this. You see all those little things in the trees. Alright, we'll set that down. And this, I mean, you can see all the stuff that's inside of it. I'll show you when I dump it out. So that looks pretty clean now. Give it a once over. And then dumper. Clean the brushes. I'm going to set this out in the sun now. So we'll set this out in the sun over here. Let it dry. Here's the bottom of this, and I think I'll probably dry this with a towel. You can see there's nothing on this. So we're just going to set this to the side for now. And then once it's dry, we'll put it all back together. All right, so anyway, I just set them over here. I'm just going to give them a little bit of a dry here. Try to get, hurry the process. At the bottom, let the sun dry the top. And this one here, leave that there. We'll let that dry. Now I put this unit over here. Now the reason I don't want to put this in the sun is because, why? Because it's got a battery in it. You know what I mean? This has got a battery in it. So I'm going to just let this kind of air dry over here after I towel it off a little bit. As I said, I'm just keeping that out of the sun, And then once everything's nice and dry, we'll put it back together. The key point on this, you don't want your plugging in area to corrode, okay? It's got a warning here, by the way, too. So that's important. You got to get that dry. Make sure it doesn't get corroded. Otherwise, your machine's not going to work. You can see all the, it's all waterproof in here. And hopefully it stays that way. All right, we'll set it there for a couple minutes. We'll come back and we'll go ahead and... So anyway, the way this thing works is it sucks water through this system, and there's these two little ports here. There's one here, and there's one here. And if I flip it over, you're going to notice you can see the port there, and you can see the port there. And this is the little brushes that brush the bottom of the pool. And this is where it sucks everything up in there. And then everything that comes in here is kind of gets caught right there, because this filter is on top of it. And if you look, you're going to see an indentation here, indentation here. So the filter sits like this, and the top of the unit is compressed against that. So it's sucking the water through here and then blowing it out the exhaust. And let me show you the exhaust. All right, so if you look at this, you're going to see these blue doors. There's a blue door there, and there's a blue door there. So the way this thing works is the water gets sucked up through here and pushed out pushed out these ports. This is how it turns left, turns right. It's from these two ports here. All right, so if I pop this off, you'll see that there's a hole right there. You see how my finger goes through it? See that? So the water's being pushed through there, and that's what turns it. You follow me? This one over here, the same thing. Let me show you. Stick my finger through there, look. See that? So the water, to turn it, that's how it turns. It gets pushed from there. Anyway, the water will blow out of here, and that's what pushes it forward. Or it blows this way, and it pushes it back. And that's basically how it works. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ports where the water is sucked in from the bottom and pushed out, and that's what gives it its mobility. All right, so to put it back together, right now to set it down, you just got to make sure that your tabs are open, and you find your tab area, and then you got to make sure that you got the front one in the right spot. So look, so you got this and you got this. So we just got to set it down there like that. And then once it's on there, make sure your tabs are full. Reach on the side, just squeeze, and pop this tab, pop that tab, and you're ready to go. And that's how you do it. All right, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Check out my other awesome videos on this thing. Peace out.